right, hello and welcome to the Soar to Six Figure Challenge. I'm sure people will be shuffling in, but I want to begin us on time this evening because we have a lot to cover. If we haven't met yet, hello, I am Jamila Payne, CEO at Daily Success Routine, host of the Breadwinning Women podcast and community. And I just want to take that sound off real quick. Okay, perfect. All right, so welcome. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Melanie, BB. Excited to see everyone here and those that are joining. Come on in. So this week is going to be really phenomenal. I'm very excited about it because we're going to be digging into perfecting your offer, whatever your service business does. And let me know in the chat. I want to hear from you. This is going to be a very interactive session. So let me know in the chat exactly what industry you're in. Are you a coach, a consultant, a brand designer, a graphic designer, professional organizer? Let me know in the chat exactly what you do so that I can incorporate your business into some of the examples that we'll be talking about. I can come up with examples specific for your industry as we're talking through tonight. So a couple of housekeeping things before we jump into the challenge. So first of all, number one, this is going to be a 5-day event. So it's 1 hour every day this week, Monday through Friday. So save the dates on your calendar. It's going to be at 6:30 Eastern every single day. And each day will build upon the other. I would highly recommend for you to come live because there'll be opportunities for live coaching and Q&A. But if there's any day that you're unable to make it, no worries. We will send out the replay to everyone who is registered. So you will be able to get access to the replay. We also have prepared, oh, awesome, real estate investor. We also have prepared a workbook for you as well. So we'll drop the workbook in the chat and there'll be a workbook each day, which will help you to follow along with what I'm teaching and be able to fill in your answers to each of those questions. And finally, this is a challenge after all. So I want to give you a little bit of homework each and every day. And the homework is to make sure you implement. I don't want you to spend your time coming here and then thinking about, how do I get value? You get value by implementing the work. And so we want to make sure that you can actually get value by implementing the work. So I'm going to give you a micro assignment every single day, which is going to allow you to put in place the things that we're talking about that will allow your business to grow. Now, let me hear in the chat if your business has exceeded 6 figures in revenue. Give me a yes in the chat. And then if your business has not exceeded 6 figures in revenue, give me a NY in the chat for not yet. So meaning it's gonna happen. You're committed to making it happen. Okay, love it. I'm seeing those NYs pop up. You're committed to making it happen, but it just hasn't happened yet. And that's okay, because you're in the right place. Okay. If you're thinking to yourself that you want to get to a place where your business exceeds 6 figures in revenue, I'll tell you a quick story before we jump in, which is when I left my corporate job a few years ago, I had 6 months, and I'm saying left my corporate job, but truth be told, like what had happened was I got an email while I was on vacation that my position was being eliminated. I got an email while I was on vacation. So imagine what that does to your vacation, number one, okay? Number two, I was coming back from vacation like, oh crap, like I need to make something happen for myself very, very quickly. And I was able to replace my 6-figure salary within 6 months. And so I am really passionate about helping women to, don't even tell me that, Becky, stop it. That is so crazy. These places are crazy. Okay. So you feel me, girl, you know what it feels like to get an email like that. So it took me about 6 months, but I was able to do it. I was like, I have a 6-figure salary. Like, I have to be able to replace my salary. How the heck am I going to do it? And so the things that I'm going to share with you this week are some of those strategic moves that I made to, I was basically starting my business from ground zero, because even though I had a business before I went into corporate, I got all, into the job and everything, and just started letting things go and got so focused on the work for my corporate career that I just totally like slowed down my business. Crazy. Okay. Won't make that mistake ever again. So I definitely want to share with you some of the strategic things that you can implement to be able to get the results. So if you are ready to get this 6-figure goal, then type ready in the chat and let me know you are ready to go. I am so pumped and excited for tonight and cannot wait to share these nuggets with you. Today, we're kicking off, and let me just say this. Okay, good. I see those readies coming. Hey, TA. Hey, Tahira. Hey, Sarah, Melanie, Leslie, Shamika, BB, Becky. So glad you're all here, and others that are joining as well. I see you coming in. So love it. I'm glad that you're ready. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I just want to mention what you can look forward to for the next couple of days. Tonight, we're going to talk specifically about signature offers and really how to craft a signature offer. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, we're going to talk about pricing for profit, because pricing is a big area where I see women specifically making a lot of mistakes when it comes to their business and getting their business to the next level. Then on Wednesday, we're going to dive into creating a client process. This is going to be your unique special sauce that you implement in your business that allows you to get results for your clients and be able to command those dollars in the marketplace. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And then on Thursday, we're going to talk about systems for a 6-figure business. And then on Friday, we're going to talk about how to grow your business revenue. So you definitely don't want to miss that. So again, just make sure you save it on your calendar every single day, 6:30 p.m. And we are going to keep this party going. All right, let's jump into tonight's session since I saw all those readies pop up. Today, we're talking about creating an offer that you can get known for in your industry. And we call this a signature offer. Okay, so if you don't already have your workbook, in fact, let's drop the workbook in the chat or post it to the chat to make sure that everyone has the workbook, and you can either, it's a fillable PDF form, so you can fill it out as we go along, or if you have the ability to print it out and you want to print it out. If you don't worry about it. You can just simply take notes as we go along, and I'll give you a couple of key notes that you definitely want to write down. Okay, so when we're talking about a signature offer, it's an offer that you're going to be known for in industry. That's what I mean when I say a signature offer. Now, when you think about being in business, you want to consider whether or not you want to be a generalist or a specialist. I'm curious, who do you think makes more money? Give me a G for generalist. If you think someone who's a generalist, who's like generally good at a lot of things, makes more money than a specialist who may be good at something very specific, like a specific niche. So let me know in the chat. Give me a G for generalist or S for specialist. Who do you think makes more money? A generalist or a specialist? Okay, I see a lot of S's. A lot of S's. Okay, I see a G, a G. Okay, I'm going to reveal. So a specialist makes more money than a generalist. I want you to think about this in terms of a doctor. If you're going to see a specialist, like a cardiologist, let's just imagine that you had like an irregular heartbeat or something like that, and you had to go see a doctor. Would you want to go to your family doctor, or would you want to go to somebody who specializes in the heart? You would want to go to somebody who's done the additional work, the additional hours, the additional credentialing, that they specialize in the heart, and they're going to hook you up and be like, okay, we're going to fix this, no problem. Right? So think about it this way. When it comes to your business, you also want to be a specialist. You want to be known for something. Let me know in the chat if you If you're doing some holiday parties or something like that, what is your go-to place for a holiday dress? Let me know in the chat. Like, where would you go? If you're like, listen, I got a really good party to go to, Jamila, and I need to have a great dress for this party. Like, where would you go? For me, I'm trying to think where I would go for a really good dress. I might go to ASOS or this place called Bella that I like that has really good dresses. Those might be two of my places. Oh, if I was going locally, I might hit up Zara too. In fact, I went to Zara over the weekend, BB. I was looking at dresses for the holiday in there. They had a cute little red number that I like. Okay, let me know some other places. Here's the thing. When you're thinking about, okay, yes, of course, can't leave out the Macy's, the Bloomingdale's, and the Nordstroms, and Teller, another good pick. Okay, awesome. So when you think about it this way, these stores have established themselves in your mind as a go-to resource for great dresses and some place that is going to have a great dress for you for a holiday party. You want to think about, oh, that is a good one, TA. You want to think about for yourself, how do you establish yourself as a go-to resource for what you do? Are people looking for you? Are they thinking of you naturally when they think about what you offer? And for everyone that just joined, let me know in the chat specifically what your service business is or what you do, what industry you're in. So are you a coach, a consultant, a brand designer, a real estate agent? Let me know in the chat exactly what you do. Now, the reason why so many businesses, especially women-owned businesses, have not crossed the multiple six-figure mark in revenue is because they set up their business in a way to be too complicated. And if you've been in my world for some time, you know that I often quote the statistic that 12% of women owners exceed six figures in revenue. That means that 88% of us are not crossing the six-figure revenue mark, and I'm on a mission to change that. I want to see more breadwinning women, more women that are becoming high earners through business ownership. So what often happens, and the reason that we're not meeting this mark, is we complicate our business. We look at people as being multi-talented and assume that they just are multi-talented right off the gate, but that's not actually the case, right? We're looking at their story that has already been happening for years. And then we're trying to replicate somebody who has multiple businesses, multiple projects, a lot of things going on, but they didn't start out that way. But we're seeing the after picture. We're seeing them a few years down the road and trying to replicate what they have done. I like the example of Rihanna. Give me a reread in the chat if you like Rihanna also, or if you follow her career and paid attention to what she does. I really think in terms of, music artists and specifically women in that R&B kind of, I guess you would be considered like R&B. I really admire what she's doing. I think she has made a tremendous difference in music. Like it's a vibe, right? Like she's definitely a vibe. Okay, I'm seeing a rereads pop up. I'm not the only one. Okay, so let's talk about her journey for a second. Right? She launched her career, it feels like forever ago. It was back in 2005. And launching her career in 2005 to date, she has sales of over 250 million worldwide and is the second best-selling female music artist of all time. Like, let that sink in for a second, of all time, like not just for 2022, right? Like for all time. She has earned 14 number one songs and 31 top 10 singles in the US, right? Not only does she put out great hits like Umbrella, you know that song, Umbrella, Umbrella, however it goes. I honestly don't have the gift of song, but you know the song Umbrella, right? That she put out, right? She put out great hits like Umbrella. She's also developed a brand. And here's what I want you to pay attention to. So Rihanna has built this brand, which I would call like the good girl gone bad brand, right? Like that is her whole image. That is her own mantra. It's like the rebel, right? She positions herself as a rebel. She positions herself also very much as someone that appreciates sex appeal, like a lot of how she dresses, traditionally, and the music that she puts out, like, is all about sex appeal. It's all about that good girl gone bad. She's established herself as a premium brand in the marketplace. She's also grown an audience specifically in the music business. She made multiple millions of dollars as a music artist. And then, and only then, after she made multiple millions of dollars, established a brand, built an audience, positioned herself at premium, did she start looking at other offers. So fast forward from 2005, when she got started, all the way to 2017, is finally when she launched Fenty Beauty in partnership with the LMVH Corporation. Okay. So then she launched Fenty Beauty, Savage Fenty, her clothing line, right? She built these other offers, but not before she had a signature offer, which was her music and the 3 albums that she put out, right? So I want you to get this. We often look at people like entertainers, artists, musicians, and we feel like, oh, they're triple threats. I should be a triple threat. I should have all these businesses. I should have all these things going on. But we're not remembering their beginnings, their humble beginnings of her just starting out as this music artist that came from Barbados and, was rising up like under Jay-Z and had this whole career in music before she became a $1 billion business. Okay. So I want you to think about how this applies to you. Do you have these things in your own business in place? Have you established a brand for yourself? Have you positioned yourself as premium? Have you worked on growing your audience? Like, what kind of audience do you have? And when I say audience, I mean people that are tapped in to what you're doing, whether that's people following you on Instagram or Facebook or on your email list or on your YouTube page, right? You have people tapped in and dialed into what you're doing. That's what you want to have. That's what it means to have an audience, that you have a platform that people are looking to, they're watching, they're dialed in, they're trying to find out what you have going on. Where I see a lot of business women going wrong is we are jumping all over from offer to offer, trying to have multiple offers going in our businesses before we have one offer actually hit it out of the park. You need for one offer to get to financial sustainability before you're trying to introduce so many offers into the marketplace. And let me tell you a secret. The reason why a lot of people switch from offer to offer or start introducing new offers is because the offer that they really want to sell or the offer that they started out selling is not selling. And so what you will do oftentimes is start introducing like, oh, that didn't work. Let me try another offer. Let me try something different. Let me switch it up. But the truth is that if the offer is not selling, 9 times out of 10, you have a sales and marketing problem. You haven't figured out sales and marketing, and therefore your offer isn't selling because your sales and marketing isn't working. It doesn't matter if you introduce a new offer, your new offer is still contingent upon you having a good sales and marketing system. Okay, if that makes sense, then give me an M in the chat for makes sense. Right, so you want to be thinking about, how do I make sure that I have a really good sales and marketing process that I'm utilizing so that you're not just putting offers out there over and over and over in the hopes that it's going to fix your sales and marketing problem. You're thinking you have an offer problem, but really you have a sales and marketing problem. Okay, here's the second thing. I want to make sure you're not making these mistakes. The second thing that I see that's preventing people from growing their offers is the inability to clearly communicate your offer. And what I mean when you clearly communicate that you have a really tight message that easily describes what you do. So people are like, oh, I get it. Or, oh, I want that. Or, oh, I need that. And you need to be able to do that on a 5th grade level. A lot of times what happens as experts in our industry, we start talking as industry experts. We start talking as people in our field as if we're talking to other people in the field. And other people don't know your internal lingo. Have you ever had that experience of going to a business and they start just using like internal language? Like they're talking to you like you're an employee and you're like, I don't work here. Like, what are you? English, please. Like, speak to me in English. I don't know what you mean, right? Have you ever had that experience? I've had that happen a lot. And it gets very confusing. You have to make sure. So write this down. So where business owners go wrong is making sure that they're not making sure that they have a really tight message for their offer so that their message is super compelling and will attract the right buyers. Okay, number 2 is switching from offer to offer, or number 1 actually is switching from offer to offer because things aren't selling. Number 3 is not establishing confidence in what you offer. And I see this a lot, that if you don't feel like your clients are getting results, then you don't fully commit to the offer and believe that it's worth what you're charging. And so your lack of confidence also prevents you from going really deep into one offer or feeling like you can commit. Just give me an S for struggle if you have struggled with narrowing down your offers, right? If you feel like, but Jamila, I want to offer this and I want to offer this and I want to offer this and I want to offer this too, right? Give me an S if you've been on the struggle bus about narrowing down your offers or just getting down to 1 or 2 things that you're offering in the marketplace, because 1 or 2 great offers is where you really want to be in terms of what you're offering, right? If you're used to putting out multiple things, I really want to help you to streamline that tonight. And in just a second, I'm going to open up the floor for open coaching and Q&A so that we can actually workshop this together for some of the offers that are here tonight and what you're currently selling, so we can look at how to beef up your signature offers. So one of the keys, okay, so let's talk about the keys to a great signature offer. The key to a great, so you only want to have 1 or 2 offers before you get to 6 figures in revenue. And then you can look at expanding to multiple offers once you're already making more than 6 figures on one offer. But the key to a really great offer is having a promise of transformation. Write that down. Promise of transformation. Your promise of transformation is illustrated in a transformation statement. This is a simple sentence that you are going to have that you will use to talk about your offer when you're explaining it to someone in the marketplace and describing what you do. So I want to give you the promise of transformation formula. There's 3 things that you need to include in your transformation formula. Okay, so write these down. Number 1, you need a clear before and after picture. A clear before and after picture. Okay, so a clear before picture, you know how you have those, I mostly see this in the weight loss industry and I love it when they have like before pictures. I did a transformation, like a weight loss transformation program. I think it was last year when I did the program. I've done this program for a few years. I've done it and it's really, really good. It's called 30-Day Transformation. And so I did this transformation program. And one of the things that got me excited about participating is I was seeing these crazy before and after pictures, like people who, were in a place where they were uncomfortable with their size, or they didn't feel good in their skin, or they couldn't get into their favorite jeans. And they made these amazing transformations that they were like, bikini, ready to be in a fitness model competition. And they were showing this for like both males and females. It was very inspiring. So you want to think about it in terms of your signature offer. How can you create a clear before and after picture that you can describe to people of what it's going to look like before they work with you and what it's going to look like after they work with you? This is a really big deal. And I'm going to give you some examples in just a second. Okay, so that's step one to your promise of transformation. Your formula needs to have a clear before and after picture. And all of these are on the workbook for today. So let's just drop the link for the workbook for today for anyone that recently joined to make sure that they can get today's workbook. So a clear before and after picture is exactly what you need. The second thing that you need is a cocktail party call out for your ideal buyers. A cocktail party call out for your ideal buyers. So let me tell you what this looks like. Imagine that you're at a cocktail party. It's your party. You threw this party, and you're going to get on stage and you're going to make a toast. And when you get up there to make that toast, you're going to call out in the audience your ideal buyers. And so you need to specifically call them out in a way that they know exactly who you are. So for example, if you said, I want all my single moms to raise a glass, right? That would be an obvious answer of yes, right? If I'm a single mom in the crowd, I'm going to raise my glass. If I'm not a single mom in the crowd, I'm not going to raise my glass. You would think about if you were saying, if you are a couple that is looking for a brand new home, let's raise a toast, raise a glass for all of the couples in the audience that are looking for a brand new home, right? Like they're either going to raise their hand or they're not. So you need a cocktail party call out for how you describe your audience in a very simple way. See, I'm not calling them some unheard of name that people have not heard of or they don't resonate with, or anything fancy. I'm just like, are you a single mom? Are you a couple looking to buy a home? Like you want to come up with identifiers that people have for themselves, ways that they're looking at themselves. Okay, that's your cocktail party call out. Okay, and then number 3 for your promise of transformation formula is you need to provide an investable result that people are willing to pay for. So you have to be able to describe the result that a person is going to get by working with you. So for example, for us inside of our Breadwinners Mastermind, a tangible result that we provide is we help people to get to 10K plus months or 6 figures in revenue in 12 months in their business, right? So that's a tangible result. You don't have to have a money or financial result that you're getting people. Let's just say if you were in a business, in a service business that was helping people to lose weight, I help people to lose their next 10 pounds. That's a tangible result that you could say you help people get. I help people to find their dream home if you're in the real estate market. I help people clean and organize their house if you're in the professional organization market. So you want to think about what's the tangible result that you provide for people that they're going to be willing to invest in, that they're going to be willing to throw money at. That's the key to a tangible result. Okay, so let's review your promise of transformation formula, and then I'm going to give you a couple of examples of transformation statements, and then we're going to do open coaching. Okay, so number 1 is you need a clear before and after picture for your transformation. Number 2, you need a cocktail party call out, an easy way that you're calling out your audience. And number 3, you need an investable result, a result that people are willing to throw money at for your transformation formula. Okay, so that's how you put together your transformation statement. It needs to include those 3 things, or your statement needs to speak to those 3 things. So I want to share with you a couple of transformation statements from our clients at Daily Success Routine that they have come up with. Okay, so let's go through a couple of examples. So example number 1 is from a career coach. And so her example is, I'm going to help you to take your career from a 9-to-5 job you hate to your dream career. See how there's a clear before and after picture? So before they worked with her, where they are is they're in a 9-to-5 job that they hate. Where they're going to be after they work with her is in their dream career. Okay, so you want to think about, for you, what's that statement that gives the before and after picture for your clients? Okay, let me give you another example. I help business owners go from confusion on how to calculate their income and your earning potential to your ability to pay your taxes with ease. Okay, I read that a little janky. Let me read that again. Go from confusion on how to calculate your income to confidence in your earning potential and your ability to pay your taxes with ease. So where are they on the before? On the before side, they're confused about how to calculate their income. On the after side, the result that they're going to have is they're going to be confident in their earnings and they're going to have their ability to pay their taxes with ease. Okay, see how these are before and after pictures. So when someone's hiring you, like, here's where I'm going to take you from, before and after. Okay, so those are a couple of examples of transformation statements. So let me give you your homework for today, and then we're going to open it up and do some coaching. Okay, and questions. So if you have questions about how to apply this in your business, you can raise your hand or drop Q in the chat for question, drop C in the chat for coaching if you want to get live quote coach around your signature offer, and we can workshop this right here tonight on how to set this up for your exact business. Like, can you believe that? Like, I'm going to give you a lot of value. I want to make sure that we can actually work this out for your business tonight, at least do a few examples. Okay, so for your homework, after all, this is a challenge, and I want to make sure that you're taking action so that you can get results. So the big homework that I want you to come up with is I want you to decide on your signature offer and then develop a statement of transformation for your signature offer with a clear before and after picture. Okay, so that is your homework for tonight. Okay, so let's open up the floor for some Q&A and open coaching. So who wants to come up live on stage with me and let's work through your offer? Don't be shy.
Does that mean that we'll have to turn on our camera?
You don't have to turn on your camera, BB.
Okay. I guess I'll go. I can be in poetry, we call it the sacrificial poet. So so I can do that.
Okay, let's do it.
So I'll just tell you what my offer is, or I tell you what my business model is, or how do I do this?
Yeah, let's start with what you offer. So what do people buy from you?
So right now I actually have a book, but I'm a coach and I started a coaching and consulting business. So I do coaching right now. But I have a book as well. So I'm a little confused because I'm selling my book and I actually have 2 clients, but I don't have an actual signature offer, and that would be helpful to find what my signature offer is.
Okay, love it. So you have 2 clients. Is that for your coaching packages?
It is for my coaching packages, yes, and it's one-on-one coaching.
Okay, so what are they getting coached around?
They're getting coached around growing a community that trusts and supports them. The trust is through the heart of storytelling and video marketing, and then the support is how they will make money once they've grown that trust and community.
Okay, so basically you're teaching people how to build a community using video marketing?
Correct, and through telling their story. So it's through the heart of storytelling, that's very specific, and video marketing, yes. So this is an online business or online model, and so it's teaching people basically how to use social media, but I focus on the heart of storytelling, so telling your story, and then video marketing, because a lot of us are very afraid, well, a lot of people are afraid to be on camera. And these days, it's almost like you have to be, because people want to know who's behind the brand. What's the story behind the brand?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I love this, BB. And is your book on the same thing or something else?
Yeah, it actually is an 11 steps playbook. What I can do, I can turn my camera on because I have it in my hand right here. Hey,
Hi, baby.
hi. So this is my book. It's called 11 Steps Playbook: The Beginner's Guide to Growing a Community that trusts and supports you. So
Okay.
that's the book.
Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So I got this. So you specifically help people through storytelling to build a community, storytelling and video marketing to build a community. Okay.
Yes.
And so the end result that they're going to have when they're done working with you is a community.
Yeah, well, it's more so being unstuck. And so, yes, they're going to start growing this community, but it's through them dropping the fear, really.
Okay. So this is where, so let's use the test, right? We talked about the
Yes, yes.
three-part formula. So number one, investable transformation, right? So being unstuck is not necessarily something, well, people may throw money at trying to get unstuck, but when it comes to video, though,
Mm-hmm.
I think what people are praying for. That's what they're doing when it comes to video, right? Praying.
They are.
What people are paying for or wanting is to build a comfort level with it, because the fear may or may not go away, right? Like you could be afraid
Right.
to get on video, but you overcome the fear. You get comfortable because you feel like you are learning how to do it, right?
Correct. Yeah, so I call it cam confidence.
Oh, so good. I love it. Cam confidence. Okay. Let's find out in the chat. Who else here? Give us a V for video in the chat if you also feel a little bit uncomfortable with video. Like if that's ever been something that you said to yourself, give us a V in the chat for video if you've ever felt uncomfortable with video. Let's see how many people that we have that would be in a group that would resonate with what BB is offering. Okay, yes, several. Okay, got it. Love it.
Most people that have brands are afraid or scared of getting on video, or because I've been a performer for 12 plus years, but every time I get on stage I get nervous. However, it doesn't stop me from performing.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold me back. So people are afraid, but it's like it actually stops them. I want to not stop them. I want them to move through the fear.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so this is investable, right? So we feel like it's investable. People are willing to pay money for this. Okay, what about the before and after picture? Where are people? So fear is one of the places that you said that they are before they start working with you, right? Where are they after? So fear is the before. I'm writing that down.
They're comfortable and they're able to what I call is leverage their story. And the reason and how I came up with this is because I come from a very impoverished background, and I decided that I wanted to leverage that and tell my story. So you can leverage your pain and your story through the heart of storytelling into making money. Really, is what it is. So
Okay.
where are they after? That is a good question. They're unafraid. They're in movement. They're confident. They're on camera. They're on camera telling their story and promoting whatever it is that they do. It's almost
Okay.
like you can't grow without social media these days. So I teach people how to show up and tell their story on social media and grow that community.
Well, is it social media or is it just video? Which one is that's because the video could exist without social media.
Can it though? I mean, it can, but where? How?
Well, you got YouTube. It's not a
Right, but that
search
doesn't
engine.
count as social media.
It's a search engine.
Okay. So social media. I'm on YouTube, but I'm not really that big on YouTube. So it is social media.
Okay. So you're using other channels, basically. So mainly you're teaching people how to go live.
Well, not how to go live. There's so many different ways of showing up a video that's not just going live. I mean, we have Reels, we have TikTok, we have Facebook, we have
Yeah, that's
YouTube as
true.
well. And that's
Okay.
all video. It's all video.
Yeah. Okay. I would agree with that. Okay. So we're moving people from feeling afraid to being confident to tell their story on camera using video.
Absolutely.
Okay. What do you think? That sounds like a good transformation before and after.
I feel like it's not compelling enough though.
But this is the thing. I'm so glad you said that. This is what we want to do. We want to use fancy words. We want to sound smart. We want to, right? Like, we're like, no, I need a few 3-syllable words up in there, Jamila. Like, no. You need it to be simple and clear. So
Okay.
I'm going to say it again.
Okay.
We're moving people from feeling afraid. I help people go from feeling fear. I'm not going to say it now how I perfectly said it the first time. To feeling confident to tell their story on camera using video.
Okay, now I think I typed everything you said. I help, okay, and I work with women specifically. So I help women from feeling fear to feeling confident to tell. It seems like long and wordy.
Yeah, we got to wordsmith it, but we got to get the basic idea down. So I help women to go from feeling afraid to confidently telling their story.
Confidently tell their story, yes. On camera.
Using video.
And we really don't have to say using video. Do we have to say using video? Because I feel like on camera is kind of like a shorter and easier way to get to that. Do you feel like we need to say using video?
Let's ask our audience.
Okay,
do you guys feel like that she needs to say video or just camera? Like, do you assume camera is video? I guess is the question, right? Confidently telling your story on camera, do you assume camera is video? Yes, Brianna says yes. She assumes, okay. Okay, good. So then we don't have to use the video. Okay, so confidently. All right, so now read it just as it is.
Okay, so I help women to go from feeling fear to confidently tell their story on camera.
Okay, what do you think?
I like it, actually.
See how simple it is?
It's very simple, actually. Yeah.
And that's what you want. Leverage.
That is what I want.
That starts getting funky. Leverage this. It does, because what are you leveraging?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I know what I'm leveraging, but that's too long. I don't have time. When I'm in a networking meeting, and I go to them all the time, I don't have time to say all of that. I don't have, it's like nobody wants to hear all of that. So this helps a lot.
Yes. Okay.
I mean,
so
that was amazing. Yeah. It was uncomfortable, but it was amazing. I felt comfortable enough with you. I never do these because it's so uncomfortable. However, I'm happy that I did this because it helped a lot.
Yes. And you got your cocktail party call out too. You said women, right? Is it a specific type of woman? Is it like professional women, business women?
It's actually womenpreneurs, but I don't want to say that word. So it's women entrepreneurs specifically.
Okay, so so just say that. I help women entrepreneurs. Okay, let's put it all together one more time with the women entrepreneurs in there.
Okay, so I help women entrepreneurs to go from feeling fear to confidently tell their story on camera.
Love it. So good. Congratulations,
That's really good.
Phoebe. You did it.
Thank you.
You just nailed your homework right there.
I did. Thank you so very much.
So good. Amazing. Awesome. Let's get somebody else up. This was good. Thanks, Phoebe, for being the first. Oh, I think TA said that she wanted to come up next.
Hi.
Hi, TA.
How are you? Thanks for doing this session today. How are you?
Good. All right. Tell me, what's your Offer.
Okay.
You got a lot of offers, girl. We got to narrow that down. You've done some narrowing since we last talked?
Yes, I help female CEOs create dropshipping stores with up to 100 products that goes from $0 to $1,000 within 30 days.
Okay, say that again.
I help female CEOs create dropshipping stores with up to 100 products that goes from $0 to $1,000 within 30 days.
Create drop shipping stores. That go from $0 to $1,000
Yes.
in 30 days. Okay. I know what a drop shipping store is. Most people know what a drop shipping store is. Are you
Do
frozen?
most people know what it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
did you say, do most people know what a drop shipping store is? You know what? Ironically, a lot of people that I talk to say, what is a drop shipping store exactly? So I'm building a e-commerce business that helps women create stores online, including drop shipping. Drop shipping
Right,
is
but you're using drop shipping to define drop shipping. Okay, let's ask our audience.
Okay.
Give us a yes in the chat if you know what a drop shipping store is. And give us a no if you don't. Okay, so we got like 2 no's and a maybe. and then a couple
Okay,
yeses. So it's mixed. So the reason why I bring that up is because it's one of those things that everybody doesn't know what it is. And you don't want to have to explain what it is. So you're really talking about building a store with no inventory.
Right. But
So you could say something like that.
Okay. Okay. They would technically have inventory, but not in person. So I help them set up Printify accounts and add their logo to up to 100 products so that their products can appear in Etsy or a Shopify store. That's the real.
But they're never holding the inventory, are they? They are never like.
No, it's all hands-free.
Right. So you can say that I help people to create an online shop without holding any inventory. Okay. And go from 0 to 1,000 in 30 days.
Okay.
That sounds compelling. Okay, give us a C for compelling if that sounds compelling to you guys in the chat. Let us know. Yeah. So helping people to build an online shop without buying any inventory and grow it from 0 to $1,000 in 30 days. Yes,
That's a good point that Candy made. It does not only have to include their logos. In fact, I know of a site that has up to 1,000 suppliers that has everything from furniture to whatever product a person wants to sell. It's possible to find it. So it's kind of like I can build in consulting to help a person flush out their idea and their concept and then create the store with whichever resources is going to work best.
Yeah. So write that down though, TA, because this is so I help people to create an online store. I think most people know what e-commerce is, but it's also like a clunky word. But you can say I help people to create an online shop without holding any inventory and grow it from 0 to $1,000 in 30 days. Okay, we got a lot of C's for compelling. So for you, it's just, so that was a perfect example of, remember when I was talking about, ladies, the idea of using industry jargon, right? Like industry jargon is drop shipping. Like that's, you could talk to somebody else who's in a drop shipping business and use the word drop shipping all day. And they'd be like, yeah, girl, I drop ship this and this and that and this. And y'all would be vibing and everything would be right. But if you are just talking to a consumer in passing who could very much want what you offer, and but does not know what drop shipping means, it's going to go over their head.
Okay.
The other thing is the fact that you say without holding any inventory in your transformation solves a problem or an objection that most people might have. Like they might think, I don't have the cash for a bunch of inventory, or I don't know if I have enough cash to invest in inventory, or buying this inventory is going to be a whole lot of money to open my storefront, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to make that kind of investment. Right. So even in your statement of transformation, you're addressing the objection.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions? Did you freeze, TA? Oh no, you're still there. Any questions?
Oh,
you good?
Oh, do I have any questions? Should I incorporate any type of coaching or one-on-one pricing or anything like that in that offer, or is that good enough as it is?
In your statement, you don't want to say what your pricing is, like not in the statement itself.
Okay.
But in terms of, are you offering this as a course or are you offering it as a coaching program? How's it structured right now?
It's technically, it can be three things. It can be a consulting call where I can tell them what to do. It can be a one-on-one coaching where I do it with them, like in a two-hour call, I can help them set up their store. Or it can be a done-for-you service where I actually do all of the work.
Okay, so which one are you most excited about?
I'm mostly excited about doing the work, because my goal is to build community so that I can help 1,000 women go from zero to, $1 million status within 1 year to 3 years. So I really want to work with women to help them grow profitable online businesses.
Okay, so that sounds like either the coaching or the done for you would be the better option if that's what you want to do. The done for you, I would say you need a team for that if you want to go to a done for you service. Do you already have a team in place that could do all the work?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And so I also offer social media marketing to help drive traffic to that as an add-on service.
Okay, so I would just package everything into one service. If you're going to do a done for you, then package the social media as a part of the offer. Okay. Don't nickel and dime people like, oh, you can get this and you can get this, and oh, for another 500 you can get this, oh, and for another 5. Nobody likes that, right? Like you've had that experience of you feeling like you're getting a deal or you're all in on an offer, and then someone tells you the other part that you really want is additional money, right? Like nobody likes that. So just give them an offer that you know will actually work. Because if they need the social media marketing in order to get there, then you need to give it to them in order to meet your promise.
Okay.
Yes, an all-inclusive package.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So I would definitely look at either the done for you or the coaching as the main offer. And if you want to unmute and give your biggest takeaway, you can as well, or you can drop it in the chat. Biggest takeaways from today. Yes, not to use the words in the offer that the people may not understand the meaning of. So good. The importance of refining what you do. Yes, what you do, your transformation statement clearly. Absolutely. So good. I love it, Brianna. Build a strong singular brand before branching off with more offers. Love it. Thank you so much. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a beautiful rest of your evening.